consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is Perry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jackson. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He
goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On first down, Richardson. Got his open man. It's Mallory.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On third down, here's Richardson. That's to the tight end, Mallory.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
On the return, Jackson.
And there he goes again. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gano for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Now Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Richardson looking to throw this.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. With it is Jackson. And he's loose again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. 72 yards on the punt return.
And the Jets just continue to roll.
All right, count him along with me. That's his 3rd return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, very rare. 3, unbelievable. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Ravens ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Jackson to return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Perry. Oh, he shifts past him.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10. Hill dancing to his left. Dances by at the 20. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On 1st down, it's Hill. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taysom Hill, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them,
into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Cano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Richardson to throw again after the pick-6. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
3rd and 1, Richardson to throw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right.
The big man, get the oxygen tank ready.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. This will go to Henry out wide.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might...